Hello, Stampin' friends. Happy Moving Monday, everybody. It is Jody Brackbill's Stampin' Queen, and I am coming at you from my studio in Pennsylvania. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you guys are joining me, whether you are on my YouTube channel or my Facebook page. Hello. Come on in, say hello, give me a like or a love. Let me know that you guys are here and joining me on this gorgeous Monday in Pennsylvania. So while some of you guys are coming on, before we get started stamping, I just want to make sure that we are rolling into the 12 weeks of Christmas. I think we are heading into week 5 of our 12 weeks of tutorials. So if you're not getting them, it is not too late. There is a link in the description of this video that you can hop on and sign up so that you get a special project PDF tutorial delivered right to your inbox every Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. So this is our compilation with these amazing ladies here of just trying to give you guys a little holiday inspiration. And I'm hearing some good things. I'm hearing you guys are printing off the PDFs. You're creating the projects. If you don't have the stamps or bundle, you're using something else that you do have. And that was exactly the purpose. We wanted to give something to you guys for absolutely free, no commitment, no need to buy, none of that kind of stuff, just something to make your holidays a little bit easier. 12 weeks of Christmas, rolling right through the week before Christmas, I think. And so if you're new, you just message me and I can get you the previous week, so you do not need to miss anything. Then I want to make sure you guys know that today is the final day to register for my watercolor class. The class has already happened. It was last Wednesday, so it is available for free on YouTube or my Facebook page. You can actually go watch the class itself. But if you want the project kit, it is free with a $35 purchase, includes shipping. Or if your order is $50, you're going to get the class kit, plus you're going to get a free pack of embellishments. So remember, that offer ends today. So what will you get? You're going to get all the supplies that you need to create these cards. So we've got the no line watercolor. You'll get all that good stuff. You're going to get the happy birthday. Now remember, no stamping is done. Okay, you have to do your own stamping, but you would be able to create these cards because you'll have the pieces and the parts. So $35 order gets you the class kit for free, absolutely. And I did use Go-To Greetings. I used Nature's Prints. I used Forever Fern and Nature's Harvest. So, but if you want to just watch the class, you can actually go. It will be linked to this video afterwards, so you can go and watch those videos or that video and check those out. But if you want the packet, I will have the registration link in the description of this video. Just click the link, sign up for the class, and then I will give you the instructions on what you need to do to get the class project, or sorry, the product package, the kit pack, as well as your PDF tutorial. Okay, so that offer ends today. So let's go ahead and do a little stamping. We're going to be focusing on fall, and I grabbed this amazing fall leaf 3D folder. It's a little bit hidden in our mini catalog, I will tell you that. Let's see if we can even find what page it's on so that you guys can see. It is on page 53, and it is right here, hidden, right there. It's very hard to see that they've used it on some of these projects, but right there, the Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder, $10, and it's going to make you a quick and gorgeous card. So I am using soft suede, very vanilla, and Cajun Craze. So I'm going to start off by embossing with my embossing folder here, and I'm putting my cardstock in so that I do have a space down here that I can stamp a sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and run that through our big boss here, and I did bring him to the table today. Normally I do this ahead of time, but just in case you have not embossed before, this is the big boss, the big cut and emboss machine. I want to keep calling him Stampin' Cut. Cut and emboss machine. It's the big one. This is a 3D folder, so I only need plate 1 and plate 4. And I always make sure that my seam or the fold of my folder goes in first. That just helps protect my folder so that I don't have too much wear and tear on that hinge. So here is that gorgeous embossing folder. Isn't that cool? Now you could color those images if you want. You could do, there's some techniques with your embossing folder you can use, and you can use the embossed side, or maybe you like this side better where they are debossed. Either way, it totally works. Now I've got some early espresso, and the stamp set that I am using is called Hello Harvest. So we're going to do You Are Such a Blessing. Oh, I already have it, right? Don't I? Yeah. So we're going to stamp that down here in the bottom corner. There we go. And that's it, you guys. That is basically it to create this amazing card. It's quick and simple and to the point, exactly what I like to make. Quick, simple, and cute. So these are actually the projects that we created at my Just Cards class, and that is an in-person class that is held in my studio the first Tuesday of every month. That is super thin. I wonder if I could trim it down just a little bit. I think I just need a little bit of an edge off of there. Not much, just a smidgy. So I always like to come on and do a little bit of stamping with you guys and show you what it is that we're doing in my studio each month. Still a little bit too long. Let's try it again. Let's see if this is better. Yeah, we can see a little bit of that Cajun Craze. That's what I was looking for. All right, now I do want to do a little bit of dimension on here. So I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to add some pop dots or dimensionals to it. And in the description of the video, if you scroll down, you will be able to find the dimensions. So if you want to create this card, you absolutely could. It makes a perfect thank you card, which is what I'm going to use it for. Good for Thanksgiving. Good to just let those people in your life know that they really are such a blessing. Perfect, right? I'm just going to let that embossing folder do the work, but I do want a little bit of bling. So I grabbed some rhinestones and I'm going to take one of my blends. This is a Cajun Craze blend, and just color a couple of these rhinestone gems. So with the blends, you can have gems of any color you choose. Let's grab our picker tool here, and we'll add these to our card, and that really is all she wrote. There we go. How about that for a very quick and simple card that just to tell someone that they are a blessing to you. All right, now we're going to do one more here. Let's get some room. This one is a little bit more involved. And do I have where'd my parts go? Okay, I think I got them here. So again, we're still going to focus on that Hello Harvest. Hello Harvest. So let's get out the parts that we need here. In my class that we do for Just Cards, everybody makes 2 of each card. So I'm kind of weeding it down here to the just one. There we are. Okay, so we've got a piece of crumb cake. We'll fold that in half. That'll be our card base. I have a piece of vanilla. That's our inside. We don't need that one right now. I've got a piece of the Hello Harvest Designer Series paper. It's color on one side, black and white on the other, and we're actually going to change the look of this DSP. I've got a piece of vanilla that's die cut ahead of time with our Stylish Shapes, a banner from Stylish Shapes, piece of crumb cake, piece of vanilla for stamping, and then of course I've got my twine here. Now I am going to pull in my Stampin' Pierce mat and do some work on it because I'm using a watercolor shape. So let me find that stamp for you. It's down here at the bottom of my container. There we go. We're going to use one of the watercolor shapes, this one right here, with some crumb cake ink. So I'm just going to ink that up. And with the watercolor shapes, I do find that I like to use a Stampin' Pierce mat just to make sure that I have a little bit of cushion to stamp my shape on. It seems like the ink transfers a little bit better when we have that cushion on there. So there is our square, and it is to be light and dark. There is shading. That's how it's made. So don't think you've done something wrong. We're going to attach this to our crumb cake piece. And then we'll do a little stamping. I don't need that one just yet, but we're going to grab some Cajun Craze, and I will stamp my hello on this little banner. Makes me think of Lionel Richie inside my head when I say hello. And then while I have the ink out, we're going to do a leaf on that scrap piece right there. That'll need to get die cut out, but this particular one is not set up to do die cutting. So I might have to jump off screen here for a second. Okay, now I do want a piece of scrap paper because I'm going to do some coloring, and I'm just going to show you the gist of how I colored this DSP. So I have got some Cajun Craze light, and I'm going to color the big leaf with that one. So you can color, you could leave this black and white, absolutely, if you chose to. You would not need to color it in. I think it just adds a little something, and it caused a little confusion because when you look at the finished project and then you see that you have a piece of black and white paper, you're like, wait a minute, mine does not look like that at all, because it still looks like DSP that has color on it, but you were the colorer. So Cajun Craze with this leaf, whatever this might be, maybe maple, maybe something else. I don't know. No judgment here. Got some cherry cobbler light. I'm going to do this guy right here. So I would be doing all of these, but I don't want to take up too much time on screen. Then I had Old Olive. Wait a minute here. Crumb cake. Let's go with the crumb cake. We'll do this guy right here with crumb cake. I think this is an oak leaf. Trying to think back to my 9th grade biology class when Scary Mrs. Grove made us go outside and leaf hunt. Yellow. I'm going to do this one for yellow. I believe I have picked So Saffron Blend. So you can do this with any DSP that has some black and white elements. You could totally add coloring to it. Now I'm going to do pumpkin pie. This one we'll do pumpkin pie. Okay, so you would continue on cutting or coloring all of that until your entire piece of designer series paper is all colored in. Then what we would do is we're going to attach these together with another piece. Did it go missing? Uh-oh, I'm missing a piece of designer series paper. Well, sugar booger. Let me look around. Here we go. Okay, so we would have this piece here, and then this piece would be at the bottom, and that's how your card is going to get put together. Okay, so imagine this whole piece is colored, and then we'll just attach these two panels to the card like so. I'm going to finish this out so that you don't have to watch me color on screen, but this is how it will go at the end. Next, we're going to have these two pieces here, and I need to die cut the leaf. So the die cut machine is set up behind me. So let me do that. So you're going to have to hold, please. Okay, thank you so much for being patient. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals here to attach our little leaf onto that watercolor square. And then we will add a little bit of linen thread as well. So I'm going to just do that at an angle. I lost that too. My goodness, I just had them. There it is, found it. So I've grabbed myself some linen thread. And I'm just going to tie a little knot, and we'll add that on with a good old snot dot, or mini dimensional is what their real name is. Whoops. Come on, stick to it. You have to roll it a little bit because the center of this bow is very small, so you kind of have to roll it like a little boogie between your fingers. Attach it down here to the bottom of our leaf. And then I can trim off any excess, but it seems to be okay. It's not too incredibly long. Couple dimensionals on the back of our banner. And then we would just attach this card together. So this is going to go right here. Our banner is going to go right here at the bottom. And we have a gorgeous fall card. So use your imagination a little bit for the coloring. But ta-da! This is what it ends up looking like. So isn't that cool to see all those black and white leaves colored? Very, very cool. So try that at home. Color your DSP. It's super, super fun. So now we did one other card. So like I said, we do 3 cards, 2 of each in my Just Cards class, and I'm just bringing it virtual to those of you who can't join me local. The third card was actually something that I had done as a Movie Monday, maybe last week or the week before, with the baby wipe technique. But just in case you missed that video, let's do it again. So I've got some Very Vanilla and some Mary Merlot. Perfect for this fall season, right? And there's our card base. So we're going to fold this in half, and we'll attach our Mary Merlot panel. And then we're going to do all of our stamping on that scallop rectangle. So if you're looking for quick and easy cards to make, Just Cards class is perfect for that. I'm going to stamp a while before I do the baby wipe part. And we're going to do Thinking of You in early espresso on the bottom. Now the stamp set that I'm using is called Soft Seedlings. And it's just a stamp. It does not have any dies. It does not have a punch, but such a great stamp. Very easy to use with some great sentiments. And if you love the Soft Seedlings, you want to make sure you make a note that this is going to be a special offer class that I'm doing for Gratitude Week in November. So there's going to be a week in November, which I am going to host my customer appreciation or my gratitude week to thank you guys who support me all year long in all the cool things that I get to do. The financial support that this is to my family, because I do run this as a business, all the friends that I get to meet and hang out with. And so I just want to offer a special week to you guys and thank you for all of your support. So look for Gratitude Week coming up soon. And this is going to be a special class with Soft Seedlings. Now, in order to do the baby wipe technique, we are going to grab some baby wipes. Who knew? So I get the biggest block that we have, that big Mama Jamma there. I take a baby wipe, fold it in half and then kind of in half again. And the block is just really to protect my surface, that it does not get wet from the ink that I am about to put on this block. So what we're going to do basically is have that baby wipe become our new ink pad. So I am cleaning my stamp a little bit because I just did this technique a little bit earlier. And I don't normally recommend using baby wipes, but it's what I have close. And I'm just patting my stamp. Because what happens if you scrub is all the little fuzzies from your baby wipe get on your stamp, make them awfully fuzzy and gross. Then you stamp in your ink pad and you get more fuzzes in your ink pad. Trust me, I've had to go clean fuzz out of my ink pads more than one time. So we're going to change it up just a little bit. And this was on recommendation, of one of my customers. So we're going to just start adding some drops of re-inker. So I've got Mary Merlot, and this is very random. Do not worry about how many drops, where they need to go. Crushed curry, they will start to bleed, and that's what you want. You want to see some of the drops starting to bleed together. We don't want them necessarily on top of each other, but we want them close to be making up our new ink pad. All right, so that was pumpkin pie, Mary Merlot, crushed curry, pumpkin pie, and then they said, what about green? So we added Mossy Meadow. And I'm just going to do a couple drops. Fill in any of those white gaps. Now I'm just going to use that like it is my ink pad. And I'm going to tap and move that stamp around to pick up the re-inker onto my stamp. And then I'm just going to stamp it on my paper. And there is the baby wipe technique. So how about that? Great idea with adding the Mossy Meadow. So very cool. Thank you, Sherry. I really, really love that we did that. All right, so we're going to take a couple dimensionals, add them to the back here. Add to our card. And then I have some gems. I used the classic matte dots. Looks like we colored some of them in. I have some black ones left there. Did the same deal with a Stampin' Blend, but I actually am going to keep them vanilla and add them onto my card so that they're just very subtle. Now you can totally color them if you choose to. Okay, so there we go. Those are our cards from our in-person Just Cards class. So I know some of you guys are not local and you'll never be able to join me, but hopefully you get to see what it is that we do, and that just inspires you to make some cards at home. Also, don't forget that my online watercolor class ends today. For a $35 purchase, you can get the class packet and the PDF tutorial. For a $50 purchase, you can get the class packet, the PDF tutorial, and a free pack of gems. So information is in the description below. That's all you need to do is just pull that up, and the link will take you where you need to go. All right, my friends, thanks so much for hanging out with me this Monday. It's always great to see you guys and kick off my week with my online friends. And then don't forget to mark your calendar for Wednesday. I will be on Facebook and YouTube with What's Up Wednesday.